HarperAudio Australia presents Dreaming in French by Vanessa Mccausland, read by Blazey Best. For anyone who has ever held a deep fascination for another land and its language. One who speaks only one language is one person, but one who speaks two languages is two people. Turkish proverb. Prologue. The wind whispered through the pines. Only the sea answered. I heard my voice call her name over and over, but it was distant, an echo, no longer my own. He took my hand as we ran, stumbling over tufts of coarse seagrass and pine cones shed from the trees that edged the beach. But there was no one in the dunes, only a still, hovering moon, and I knew, in the same way the water knows the land, that she was gone, and that she was never coming back. Chapter 1. Dry stone walls and orange trees, searing salt air rising off the Atlantic. I have compartmentalized this part of my life because it happened in another language, in another place. And with the fading of my understanding of the words, I was able to forget. It was so long ago. I was only 19 when I left my home and traveled to the other side of the world, to a place of low, hot skies over salt flats, languorous bodies on fine white sands, and a sonorous language I did not fully understand. I knew I must never return. Now I am returning. I hear my husband and daughters in the living room playing video games. Their squeals and shouts have become the soundtrack of my life. And I cannot reconcile myself now, a mother, a wife, with the girl I was then. Because I was a girl, a child myself, really. I understand this now that I have children of my own. I was too young to know what I was doing. That is what I tell myself when snatches of that language return to me on the street, in my dreams. Snatches drifting into my subconscious, reminding me that I haven't forgotten. Not really. But there's no use in going back, in remembering. Besides, is the person you were so long ago really the same person you are now? Of course not. That's what I tell myself when I open the letter, which is printed on thick stock, the kind of paper used for important information, and see the stamp. The stamp is French. The only communication then was by post, and I spent weeks waiting for news from home. Thin blue aerograms that could only hold a handful of anecdotes, and the stilted conversation with the kind woman who ran the post office. The word for stamp returns to me. Le timbre. Part of the address comes back, as things often do when you don't try to find them. 19, Rue de Concorde, Saint-Martin de Re. I never tried to find Felix again. I put him in the same place his language went, a subconscious place, a place only found in dreams. But he has returned to me now, over wide, deep oceans, over wide, deep years. I read the words in the letter, my throat swelling, a static fuzz filling my ears. And then I am back there, pedaling hard on le vélo against a warm summer wind, legs aching, browned by long hot days, hair streaming back. I am climbing the curve of the bridge that connects the island to the mainland. But no, it is a bridge that I never allow myself to cross. I place the envelope on the kitchen bench. My hands are sweaty, and I wipe them on a tea towel and go into the backyard. Evening is falling. The low clang of wind chimes, the soft movement of birds in the leaves, the neighbours' voices, the sounds of an ordinary Sydney suburb bedding down for the night. I am here now.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?